abdominis.
Okay, so I'm going to start my workout today with my abs. And I'm going to be doing it with
we have 5 different supersets. Each superset will consist of one exercise in the front, and we're going to flip it to our back. It's best to be able to use a
the midsection, your abs.
We'll start here with our first exercise, which will activate almost all of the core, from not just those abs, but also those obliques. Like I mentioned earlier, the transverse abdominis. This is called a rotational plank. We're going to be kind of rolling up into a modified side plank, keeping my feet nice and square to the mat, rolling from side to side fairly continuously. Add a little bit of a pause just to solidify that side plank position before rolling and rotating to that opposite side. So try to keep it continuous, but also add a brief pause at the top of every rep as you approach that side plank position. You should feel this a little bit everywhere between your arms and your legs. When talking about the core, that's basically what the core consists of. Everything that connects to your arms, to your legs, can functionally be considered part of your core. So abs, obliques, and everything else in between. Give me 2 more reps here. 1 more rep. And relax. Now we're going to flip it over just like I mentioned, lying on your back. This next exercise, I want you to tuck your tailbone ever so slightly, just like this. We call these Teeter Totters. With your hands underneath your hips or your tailbone, I want you to scrunch those abs, pulling your sternum towards your belly button, squeeze as hard as you can, kick those legs out, hold this modified hollow hold position, and then teeter totter up and down. You can make these a little bit easier by going big, up like this. Or you can make them a little bit harder right here, which is a light heel contact. My chest goes down as my heels go up, and vice versa. As my heels go down, chest coming up, chest go down, heels go up. My body's oscillating back and forth. The entire time, I'm squeezing and locking in those abs. This one's going to be really challenging. If you need to rest at any time, you can definitely rest. Take a sec, reset, scrunch those abs, tuck that tailbone, and then continue. Almost done. Give me 5 more. 4 more. Just like the name implies, teeter totter. 3 more, up and down. Last 2. Last 1. Relax. Breathe. Back over. Transitioning once again. Face down. Into that plank position, we're going to be rotating side to side. And here we go. Starting off that second round. Rotate, little pause. Rotate, little pause. Once again, remember, if you feel like you need to rest at any point, you can just rest right here, lengthen those abs, take a little bit of break, reset, and try to pick up where you left off. Nice and slow and controlled. You can keep both feet nice and square as much as you can. If you want to add a slight rotation of the feet to make it a little smoother, you can. Again, it's preferable that you're on a mat or carpet or some kind of soft surface to make this one a little bit more doable. Last couple reps here, give me 2 more. We'll pause 1 more. And relax. Nice. Are you feeling that one? A little bit everywhere. Round 2, again, we're flipping over, hitting that teeter totter. Tucking the tailbone is a little thing, but it's also a big thing because it helps us protect our lower back, but also, just as important, engage the core. Find that position on the mat, tuck the tailbone, hands under the hips, and then teeter totter. Remember, if you want to go bigger, that's okay, but it's going to be a little bit easier. Try to make it a little bit more isolated. Make the movement a little bit smaller to make it a little bit harder. In no time here, you should really start to feel those abs fire up. Give me 7 more, just like this, 6 more. Nice, hold it strong, 5 more. You should be able to look directly across at your toes. Last 3, 2 more. Last 1, and relax, great job. Now it's our first superset. We did 2 rounds, all done. Superset, now number 2. We're going to start with something called a skydiver. Back to a face down position, just like this. This exercise is designed to activate and work all the muscles collectively up in the back side of the body. Most people are a lot stronger on the front side than they are in the back
Yeah,
side.
no tengo fuerza en la espalda, así que vamos a ver.
All that. Lift, squeeze, lower, slow. Lift, squeeze, lower, slow. Notice I'm peeling my hands, my elbows, my feet, and my knees off the ground. As I do so, hinge my shoulder blades together at the top. I'm trying to extend everything off the floor as much as I can. Great exercise for strengthening collectively the lower back, mid back, upper back, as well as those glutes and hamstrings. Whether this is part of your workout or a warm-up, it's a great activation tool to make sure that the back side of the body stays nice and strong. Lift and squeeze, just like the name implies, a skydiver here, similar to skydiver position, right? Lift, squeeze, give me 2 more. Add a little pause at the top if you can to really isolate this movement. And relax. Nice active recovery position. Create a light bridge off the mat. Lengthen and relax some of those abs. It's actually really good for the spine. Great for alignment as well. Take a couple beats here in transition before we flip it over and hit our next abdominal exercise. Whenever you're ready, flip it back over. We're going to go alternating V-ups. Here, I want you to touch your left and your right side individually, just like this. See if you can aim for your toe. Reach and touch, reach and touch, reach and touch. Instead of just going like this, bending the knee and reaching the arms, try to exaggerate the movement by allowing your arms to meet your legs about halfway. I'm lifting my upper torso off the mat using my abs. I'm not focusing so much on reaching my arms. Reach with your abs rather than just your arms. Alternating left and right. If you can't touch your foot, then aim for maybe your ankle. Somewhere in that range, as long as those shoulder blades are coming up off the mat, that's what we're going for. You're gonna get 2 more, reach and touch. 1 more, reach and touch. And relax. Great job. Flip it over. Take your time here. We're gonna reintroduce those skydivers again in the face down position, using all the muscles collectively on the back side of the body. Lift, squeeze, relax. Lift, squeeze, relax. Remember, strength training is not just about the movement that you're doing, it's also about the contraction of the movement that corresponds to that movement. So every time we do this, focus on a nice deliberate squeeze to help develop a little bit better mind-muscle connection and get a little bit more bang for buck out of each one of these reps. A little pause sometimes will really also help with that. Adding a little pause, relax. Pause, relax. Give me 2 more. Pause, relax, big squeeze, relax. Bring up in that position again. Bridge off the mat, relax those abs, lengthen them out. A little bit of active recovery here. Again, great, not only recovery position, just great overall for the alignment of the spine. Take a couple deep breaths, and then rejoin me once again, flipping it back over to our alternating V-ups, just like this. Reach, touch, reach, touch. Obviously, you could add a little bit of knee bend, especially if your hamstrings are tight. It can be very challenging to reach and touch your toe. So bend your knee as much as you need to, but try to avoid bending it close to 90 degrees if you can. As soon as you get all the way down, come all the way back up, making it fairly continuous. Every inch of range of motion that you can get out of this is crucial because it'll make your abs work that much harder. Give me 3 more. Nice. 2 more. Nice. Last one. Good. And relax. Excellent job. We're flipping it back over in the plank position. Now on to superset number 3. Here, similar to what we've done before, you can go in a regular plank position, by the way, or you can keep it down here. Whatever you prefer is more comfortable for you. We're going to go side to side, side to side. Similar to how we were oscillating forward and back in our Teeter Totter. Here, not a very big movement, but it's definitely a challenging one that will target all the nooks and crannies of your core. Like I mentioned earlier, not just the abs, which we call the rectus abdominis, but also the transverse abdominis, those obliques, all of that stuff. Side to side. Give me 8 more. 7, good. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Great job. Once again, you can find that recovery position. Allow those abs to lengthen out and relax. Take a sec before we flip it right back over. Obviously, you're seeing a theme here. We're face down, and then we're face up, flipping over for every round of abs. This next one, I want you to try to tuck your knees all the way up, and then relax completely on the ground. So right here, I'm going to try to aim, touch my heels, relax back down. Touch my heels, relax back down. To make this easier, pace it out. Add a little brief pause down here. Reach, touch, relax. Reach, touch, relax. If you like a little bit more of a challenge, add more tempo. Tempo will always make it more difficult. You can go here. Or, if you want even more of a challenge, try to go continuously without ever resting. Great way to target not only the lower abs, but also those mid to upper abdominals as well. Give me 3 more, 2 more, last one, and relax. Breathe. Good. Flipping it back over to that side. Once again, palms or elbows. Either one's fine. Take a deep breath. Set yourself in that plank position as strong as you can. You could always tuck your tailbone, by the way, to make sure that plank is in a little bit better position. It'll take the edge off your lower back and also help engage those abs. A little bit of tailbone tuck goes a long way towards recruiting those abs. Side to side. Great job. Stay with me here. 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Relax. Breathe. Lengthen those abs. Find that recovery position. Remember, you can always include this type of exercise in your workout on a regular basis. This is a nice restorative tool for your spine. Great for posture, great for alignment. One more deep breath. And flip it right back over. And reach for those heels. Once again, you can add a brief pause. Down here, take one deep breath in between each rep. Kind of space things out to help pace this exercise. Or if you really want to dial up the intensity, and these aren't quite hard enough, go continuous without ever relying all the way down. Whichever option you choose, just give it everything you got. Reach and touch. Reach and touch. Reach and touch. Give me 5 more just like that. 4, great job. 3, 2 more. Last one, reach and touch. And relax. Nice. You should have felt a lot of signal happening here. And those lower abs. Flipping over. 2% is 4 or 5. We're almost done. This is a stability plank here. It's pretty challenging. If you feel like you need to split this up into a couple different sets, you can totally do that. Take a break on those knees. We're going to reach, touch, reach, touch. Notice my right hand touches my left toe, and vice versa. Every time I lift that knee, squeeze those abs. Squeeze those abs. This one becomes a little bit more challenging if you try to slow it down. So operate with whatever tempo you can fix best for you. Pretend like you're trying to balance a hot mug of coffee on your back. You don't want to spill. Reach and touch. Reach and touch. Stay under control. Give me 5 more. 4 more. Good. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. And relax. Awesome. Find that recovery position. Couple deep breaths. We're doing awesome. Almost there. Should be able to really feel those abs stretch out. We've been contracting them a lot, so this little stretch is a great restorative position to give those abs a little bit of breathing aid. Once again, flipping it right back over. We're going to go back to the position we were earlier for our teeter totter right here. It's a nice hollow hold. It's a static exercise. That means hold it as long as you possibly can. keeping that sustained contraction in those abs. Option 1 is here. Option 2 is here. This is a little bit easier on your lower back. So if you have any lower back issues, I wouldn't mess around too much with this unless you want some added challenge. Tuck that tailbone, hands under the hips to support that lower back, and hold just like this.
Okay.
Remember, instead of just focusing on holding, create that squeeze. Pull the sternum towards the belly button. Clench those abs. Pretend like somebody's gonna walk on your stomach. Give me 7 more seconds.
Yeah, you can walk on my stomach.
4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Bring those knees in. Roll them right to left. What we call a windshield wiper. Helps keep that lower back nice and loose. Great recovery position. Back over for 3, 2, and 1. Going the right back to that stability point here. We're going to go opposite hand over opposite foot. Touch. 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 The hard part is not reaching to touch your toes, is to do it in a controlled motion while minimizing any movement from the hips front and the torso. Aim for control. You have to rest. You can rest here, take a beat, and then pop right back up. Reach and touch. If you're not able to touch your toes, you can touch your knee, just like that. Another great regression here, especially if you're getting tired, which is bound to happen. Reach, touch, give me 5 more. Reach, touch, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Find that position. Extend the spine. Breathe. Lengthen those abs. This is where that ab cramp sensation starts to take its toll. You can feel a little bit of cramping occurring.
Oh my
It's
God.
a great way to relax. Any cramping sensation there, lengthen out. Rectus abdominis. One more deep breath. And then we're going to flip it right back over onto our back. Once again, this is a static exercise. That just means we're trying to hold that isometric contraction as long as we can. Here, in this hollow hold, a little bit more challenging. Otherwise, tuck your tailbone, find the strongest position you can, and hold it here. Your eyes should be directly across from your toes. Squeeze and scrunch. Upper abs, mid abs, lower abs, all working together to support this strong position. Remember, somebody should be able to walk on your stomach right here. Give me 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep holding. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job. Bend those knees. Roll side to side.
Thank you, guys.
Have a nice recovery position here. What we call our windshield wipers. Knees going side to side. Great job. We're done with 4 supersets. We have 1 more. We're all finished here. Flip it over. It's a very challenging plank progression. Kind of like the stability plank we just did. But instead of reaching and tucking, like last time, we're going to extend. 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 Just like that. You can always modify it and do some bird dogs here. I would say try to keep those to a minimum. And even if you do a few, lifting your hands and your feet off the ground for a split second, go for that. Otherwise, extend as far as you can, nice and slow and controlled. Try to keep your right arm and left leg moving the ground at the same time, as well as returning to that starting position simultaneously. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Recovery position for a couple deep breaths. We're going to flip over for our final abdominal exercise. We're going to repeat these 2 one more time. Deep breath, flip it over. This last one is called Clamshell Crunch. Just like the name implies, I'm going to be tucking my knees towards my elbows. My elbows just like a clamshell. See if you can rely on the abs to pull yourself here, tucking those knees to your elbows, and try to touch if you can. If you cannot touch, just get as close as possible. Keeping your knees bent is a great way to reduce stretch in the lower back. I'm pulling my upper shoulders off the ground using those abs. I'm also tucking the knees to my elbows with the abs. In other words, don't focus on your upper and lower body. Focus on using your core to move your upper and lower body simultaneously. Get 3 more. Great job. 2 more. Great job. Last 1. See if you can touch. Relax, roll, right, left, breathe.
Oh God.
Last time through and we are all done.
Finally.
Step.
This is a 20 minutes o 20 minutos de este ejercicio.
Final time.
Me está sacando la mujer,
Plank
muchacho.
position.
He's killing me.
Get off the ground even for a split second. Then aim for that. Otherwise, go slow and control. Keep everything as stable as you can. Right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg.
Ay, me caigo.
This one's challenging, so if you have to break it up, you can break it up by pausing down here. But remember, we're almost done, so finish strong. Try to empty the tank over the course of this last minute here. Lift, lift, get two more, one more, and relax. Good. Breathe. Extend off that mat. Last time in this position. Nice little stretch. Realign the spine. Deep breath. And then return to your back for the final core exercise of the day, the Clamshell Crunch. Hands lightly interlaced, fingers behind your head. Tuck those knees towards the elbows and squeeze. Tuck and squeeze. If you can, add a little pause. Come down, come up. Pause. Down, come up. That little pause. Just like most other exercises, will make this a little bit more challenging. Last set of the day. Join me right here. Final 10. Lift, squeeze. 9. Good. Lift, squeeze. 8. Lift, squeeze. 7. 6. Tuck and squeeze. 5. Tuck and squeeze. 4. Relax your head and neck. 3. Focus on your abs. 2. Last one. And relax. Roll those knees side to side. You did it. You're done. Those abs should be on fire right now. You might even have a little bit of soreness to go along with the top. Great job. Thanks for
Oh my God. Bueno, eso fue todo por hoy por los ejercicios. Ay, todavía me toca hacer otro más. No terminé de hacer fuerza corporal. Así que todavía no me voy a estirar los músculos ni nada porque todavía está calientita como para los otros ejercicios. Así que nada, esto es por hoy para lo que es los abdominales. Y ya no me acuerdo. No me acuerdo cuándo lo voy a hacer, cuando tenga tiempo lo grabo, pero estos ejercicios los estoy haciendo todos los días. Así que nada, a seguir con la rutina, a seguir con los ejercicios y ya nos vemos pronto. Bye.